Hello, everyone. I'm Kyle Rawlings, and welcome to the third episode of the LegendsCon Podcast, the official podcast of LegendsCon and Legends Consortium, LLC. As you all know, LegendsCon 2, an unofficial fan-organized event, is set to commence next year on March 15th and March 16th of 2025 at the University of Texas at Arlington's College Park Center. And you can get your tickets today at utatickets.com. That is utatickets.com. Today is an especially lucky day as we have Brian Borg of the Twin Suns Foundation, the same foundation that all of the proceeds from LegendsCon 2 will be donated to after our event next year in Arlington, Texas. And we also have the lovely Shannon McRandle, who is known for her role as Mara Jade in the Expanded Universe. Brian, Shannon, is a pleasure to have the both of you on here. And we also have, before I forget, Mr. Brennan Renwick of Legends Consortium LLC, a volunteer of LegendsCon 2. I'm so glad to have all of you here today to join us for the LegendsCon podcast.
Thank
How are y'all
to be here? It's good to be here. Yeah. Hi.
Thank you so much for coming. I figured I would give everyone a little bit of a chance to introduce themselves and tell us about all of your experiences within the fandom, what you love, your general excitement to be at LegendsCon 2 next year. And we can begin with Mr. Brian Borg of the Twin Suns Foundation.
Okay. I am Brian Borg. I'm the current president for Twin Suns Foundation. We started up as a nonprofit 501c3 back in 2016. I think it was June, if I recall correctly. Kind of did it almost off of a joke because we were also the team that was behind the original billboard project that went up in San Francisco asking Lucasfilm to continue the Star Wars, Legends canosity there. And one of the comments we got from raising those funds was that we should be sending, those funds towards, different fundraisers and whatnot, different organizations that already existed, stuff like that. So some sort of criticism. The funny thing is we were already planning on taking the excess funds and putting them towards donating books. And we just decided, hey, that worked out well. Let's do that, more long term. And we did it officially. Started in 2016. We're kind of coming up on, I think, 2,000 books that we've donated across primarily the United States. But we've had some go out in Canada now too. So I guess we're technically international. We donate books to primarily schools, children's hospitals, libraries are lesser because they tend not to leave them in circulation, unfortunately. But we've done little free libraries. We actually had one donation years ago for a prison correctional facility too, which was interesting. So we kind of hit everywhere. Boys and girls clubs, we've done those too. And it's been effective. You can't really say you overly enjoy doing the children's hospitals, but at the same time, it's a really good feeling when you see them, light up with their smiles. Usually team up with the 501st Legion, the Rebel Legion, is all that fun stuff. Mandalorian Mercs have shown up for a couple of those too. So it's been a good time overall. And so that's Twin Suns. We would like to keep doing this for a long time going forward, and we hope to see everybody over at LegendsCon because it was a lot of fun last year.
Oh, thanks for sharing, Brian. Yeah, and you're alumni from LegendsCon 2023.
That's right. We said, hey, there's somebody else out here doing a fan project. It's not just Twin Suns Foundation anymore, and we were thrilled. We're like, yes, we no longer have to shoulder the burden alone.
Yeah.
So we will be there to support that. So Dylan and I showed up. We had Ryan on our team show up. A lot of people we met there in person for the first time, and it's a lot of fun. A lot more intimate than most conventions that I've personally been to for like comics and whatnot. And you get a lot of time to talk with people that you would not normally have the chance to, in other settings. And I'm kind of echoing a lot of what's been said in the prior podcasts here, but it really is true. You get that chance to talk with like the authors and personalities out in the fandom, just, actually become almost friends, if not definitely friends in a lot of those cases.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what we're all about. It's all about the authors and people who have contributed to the fandom that we love, but it's also about meeting each other. That's where I met Brendan for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, it becomes a big family at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah.
Cool.
And I don't admit often to being starstruck. I've met a lot of people throughout my experience as being a vendor and in the music scene and all that fun stuff. but I did feel it though when I met you, Brian. I was like, oh,
That's a little awkward.
You know, and then it's walking to the back and it's just like, hey, Mike, you know, Michael Stackpole and stuff. It's like, hey, you know, but when I met Brian, it was definitely like, whew, okay. If I'm to be candid.
Yes.
No, I have a little concern about your level of starstruckness then.
Yeah, this lanyard, this was like one of the coolest things that I brought home. I had a lot of
One's right up there.
and fun stuff, but this was a special thing.
Oh yeah, you know, LegendsCon 2 will probably be doing the same stuff. We like to have those lanyards. It's con swag. It's one of our go-to things. You have to have convention swag, and lanyards are just perfect for that kind of thing. We do that. We'll probably be doing some other things too, and then of course, Twin Suns just generally whenever we're at a convention or invited to a convention, we like to collect books while we're there. And we'll donate to a local children's hospital in the area of the city that's hosting. So we'll probably do that again for LegendsCon 2. We haven't reached out to any hospitals in that area yet, but we have worked with others in that area before, so it shouldn't be too difficult to do.
That's awesome. Yeah.
It's great to know that all of this is going to a worthy cause. So thank you for doing all that, Brian.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. And if you guys ever get the chance to volunteer, let us know. We're always looking for volunteers who want to take books places, and it's actually a good experience. It really is.
Yeah. Well, if you ever need a girl in Virginia, I'm right here.
Duly noted. You just volunteered yourself.
I love volunteer work, so I am here.
Perfect. So yeah, but that's Twin Suns, and that's my spiel. Who's up next on the chopping block?
I think that's me. Yeah. I think you got Mara Jade up next. So I'm Shannon McRandle. Yes. And I have been the face and body of Mara Jade. You could throw a Skywalker in there if you want to. Since
who wouldn't?
I don't know. I'm kind of partial to Han Solo, but that's a secret. No, I didn't say that.
Luke heard nothing.
No, he heard nothing. I have been doing this, the face and body of Mara Jade, since 1999 when Decipher got approval to do the card game. And it just kind of expanded from there. And gosh, like we were talking about earlier, the figures, the statues, the toys, the lightsabers, everything is based on that original shoot. People have had so much fun with it. We've done lots of magazines, lots of graphic novels, novel covers. It really, I think it really pleased the EU population, you know, all the fans, that there was one person's face that they could now think of as Mara Jade, which was really cool. So I have been very lucky that even after Decipher kind of got out of things, and then Wizards kind of got out of things, you know, once they picked up, that the fans really truly love Mara so much. I've been lucky enough to go around the world twice and sign autographs, you know, places like Australia and Japan and probably half the countries in Europe at this point. And I've seen almost 3/4 of the United States now, I'm proud to say, doing conventions, you know, to sign for Mara. So I've fallen in love with her at this point. You know, just everything about her, from the reading, from the trilogy, Stackpole and Zahn, just amazing, cool writers and dudes. Just
do you have any favorite Mara moments in your readings?
You know what? I always go back to the Thrawn trilogy. You just can't, you know, and you have to do it as the set. You can't just read one and say, this is my favorite, because the whole set is how she becomes who she is. So, you know, for the people that are just picking up their first EU novels, I'm going to say, you know, you pick up one of the Thrawn trilogy and you are going to read all of them. They are amazing.
The people from Twin Suns are kind of chuckling a little bit right now in the background as they watch this, I'm sure, because we have a list of books that we like to donate. Of course, we try to donate like the beginning of a series of books, or specific books that are associated with known characters that people might have favorites or whatever. And the boring correct answer for when people ask where to start is always the Thrawn trilogy, it seems.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm just kind of chuckling a little bit, and I'm sure everybody in Twin Suns is, because I think you're right though, because it's a great place to start.
It really is, and you can expand in any direction from there. But I think what you're going to get out of that is just a love for these characters, all of them, not just Mara. There's so many wonderful other characters that come out in these books. I mean, it carried us through all those years of not having movies. And it really, reading it is so different. You get these pictures in your mind and the images, and, you see everything a certain way, and it's just really fun. And they're all so well written. We have amazing authors writing these books, New York Times bestsellers. So
they're all very good books. It almost feels like you have like basically a movie screen in your mind playing as you're reading through these things.
Yeah, that is a really good way to put it. That's exactly how I feel. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I know there are a lot of fans of Mara Jade out there. The years of being on the expanded universe fandom, so to speak, since 2014, I would say they're probably one of the more outspoken groups.
Oh, they are. They are.
That's safe to say.
They're just a great group. I've got tons of the different Mara Jade fan pages on Instagram, Facebook that follow me, and I follow them, and you just get the best information going back and forth, and the ladies are so into it, and then the guys are so into it because their ladies are so into it, and it's just so much fun. And it's not just fun, but it's clean family, good time spent. It's just solid, clean fun, which I love. I love. Anybody in the family can participate. I've seen Mara Jades as young as 5 years old, and they look fantastic. Yeah, absolutely
I'd
fantastic.
say that's probably one of the things I'm looking forward to for LegendsCon too, is to see what kind of cosplays we have go out there, or
I
costume,
always love that. Yeah.
or a lot of cosplayers don't like being called cosplayers, so I got to be careful on that one.
Yeah.
Finger wag, Brian.
I would love to see like a Mara Jade contest. I think that would be so much fun. And we could award the best, like, young Mara and older Mara. I think that would be just brilliant. Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think you couldn't be in the running though, because that wouldn't be fair.
No, but I can judge.
There you go.
I can talk, I can introduce, and I can judge, and I will pick the best one. I love those girls. They are just bad to the bone, and they know the character. They've read everything about her. And that makes me so proud to see these, younger ladies that have read all of the books and know everything about her. Everything. It's just so much fun.
A lot of times they know them better than the people who wrote them.
Yes. They certainly know more than I do. Oh my goodness.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to point to a certain book, and I was like, nope, I'll refrain.
And also, when I'm there that weekend for you guys, I am going to do costume on Saturday, that day, all day.
Nice.
So I'll have my lightsaber, my blaster, costume, and we can really have some fun with that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That'll be some really wonderful pickups. Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
You heard it all here first.
Yes, you did.
Shannon's going to be in costume.
Yes.
No, that's going to be fun seeing.
Did a little reworking, but it's pretty. I tested it out, and it seems to be well liked. So, yeah.
We'll get Barbara Hambly in her Jedi costume next to Shannon here in her costume. And we're just going to have an awesome lineup of costumes already.
I think so. I think this is going to be a blast. And I love that, like you said, it's a little bit smaller. It's family oriented. I love the fact that it's in Texas. Texas, anything is wonderful to me. So I think that we are just going to have a lot of fun, bring a lot of awareness, get those books out there, help the kids, help the community. What you guys do at Twin Suns is amazing just on a daily basis. So to allow me to add to that in some small way, I'm really, really happy about.
Well, in some small way. I mean, we could always talk about how, you and I first interacted, which was, almost entirely over messages to this point. But at the same point, like we had our first convention appearance back in Celebration 2017, I believe it was in Orlando.
Gosh,
And
that long ago.
yeah, it was that long ago.
Yeah.
And you actually volunteered to send us a bunch of autographed, prints and materials, and we were able to get those out to people who were visiting our booth that donated books to us, and it worked out really well. So we were really appreciative of that material. And
Well,
people were thrilled. They kept asking, "Where is she? Is she here?" I'm like, "I don't think so. I really wish she was."
Yeah,
but she'll be at LegendsCon too.
Yes, I will be at LegendsCon too, and I'm very excited about that. But I will also have a nice stack of stuff for Twin Sons to do the same thing again with.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I've got some new stuff that's really cool, some fan artwork that is just beautiful that I've been given the privilege of using. So I will put together a really wonderful package to go out to everybody who's been such a great help to you.
Well, we're gonna have to have my team like looking over each other and make sure nobody's trying to make off with any of that paraphernalia.
Yeah, there'll be no snatching anything. We got
that's
plenty
right.
to go around.
Eyes on you, Brennan. With that massive collection back there, no one will ever know the wiser.
That's right.
And
more Mara stuff is always very welcome, of course, too. So I'll be very tempted.
Have you seen
yes,
it's
I've got it right here, as many other do as well. The Black Series one. It's
Black Series. There was the what was it? There was the comic pack that just released too.
The Last Command one.
Yeah, that was awesome. I got that finally in the mail. I was like, this is amazing.
It is. It really is. So I will have one of those with me as well. So maybe we can get some good book donations for that.
Oh, nice.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
We'll have to discuss with the team how many books donated to get you that one.
Yeah, that be a good amount. Yeah, because it's just such a beautiful piece. They did really well with that. So I think that's my second favorite after the Gentle Giant statue.
Gentle Giant statue is good.
Yeah, that's my favorite all time.
Yeah,
there she is.
Second appearance in here.
Is it numbered or not numbered?
This one is numbered.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yep. So if anything happens to 1820,
you know the answer to.
Yes, I know what happened to this one right here.
So mine is actually unnumbered.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's 7 of them that came out that had no numbers for special people. Yeah. Yeah. Super cool. Yep.
We talked a bit before the podcast started about the experience for making that statue. It sounded quite intense.
Yeah, they put you in this great big pod, and the lasers go around you and measure everything so that they get, your body, your face, your hair, the look that you're making at the time. They tell you how to pose, of course, for what would be best for the bust. And it's really intimidating. You're there for like 3 minutes, and that laser coming around to your eyes and then behind your head and the wind blowing, and you kind of come out of there a little bit dizzy. And then I'm claustrophobic, so that made it even worse. It was an interesting experience. I'm so glad they got the toy on the first go, because I don't know if I could have sat there again. Yeah.
Well, you were just demonstrating a little bit of your character's willpower. That's all.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. Thank you.
I was trying not to laugh because we were joking before the podcast began that you don't like small spaces.
Nope.
And I'm sure it's funny now in comparison because it's such a beautiful thing that they made. But so thank you for going through it. And I had no idea that that the wind in the hair was part of that too. That's pretty cool.
Blew some wind and said, turn your head this way. It was really an amazing little experience. Yeah. And those guys that work for Gentle Giants are just amazing. They know exactly what they have in mind. And so they get you all situated before they scan you, and it comes out brilliantly, just absolutely brilliantly. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things that we've done. I love the original black outfit lightsaber shot that they did for the card, especially in the the hologram little card. That one's wonderful. But this Gentle Giants one, I think, is just so beautiful. And I've been lucky to have a couple lightsabers come out, and they're both beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. So we have lots of collectible stuff from Mara Jade. And I mean, there's so much for the EU as well.
Much of it goes for quite the penny.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
But it's still coming out, and
Yep.
it sounds like it's being supported pretty well too, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it finally is getting a little appreciation from people who probably should have appreciated it otherwise.
I'm not going to weigh in on that particular one, but I may or may not agree.
I'm going to abstain as well, but
of course,
I can confidently say that that Mara Jade is probably the most popular character that I've heard the most amount of times over the years.
She was written so well. Tim did such an amazing job with her.
Well, I know, Matt Wilkins runs the expanduniverse.com website, and every year they do some sort of a tournament around March Madness. And I remember we did one for characters, and those Mara fans, man, they were crazy supportive of Mara in that tournament.
Yes. It's always so good to hear that. It really is. It's I've tried my best to understand her and get the character and really, when somebody's been waiting in line for 2 hours to see you, give them that 5 minutes, make that time worth it for them. And I have people come back to me that I met 20 years ago and say, hey, when's your next con? Which really makes me feel good. I mean, that means they had a really happy experience. And
I would say that's
the part that makes me feel good.
I would say that was probably one of the things that stuck out from the last convention, the original LegendsCon, was a lot of positive vibes throughout from all sides of the of the situation.
Absolutely.
Whether it was the fans or was it the authors or even the artists that were there,
right?
Everybody was positive. And I don't remember ever having to wait in line for 2 hours to talk to anybody, and it wasn't just 5 minutes in some cases.
That's wonderful. That's the trick, is you go do all the little 5-minute lines, and then the other line goes down, and then you hop in that one really quick. There's a way to do this, people.
There's definitely a strategy.
Yes.
Thank you so much for embracing the character as much as you have, and interacting with the fandom as much as you have. I think it's been very important for a lot of us, and just been really cool and unique to see, because I don't know that everyone would embrace the fandom like you have, and kind of come into it like you have. So it's really special to see. So I'm super excited to meet you for the first time at LegendsCon too.
I just loved it. I have loved every minute of it. So, yes, I embrace it and I love it, but the Star Wars expanded universe has become like a second family to me. They have gotten me through, the cancer and all of the kind of craziness of my life since I started doing this. And they've been there for all of the really brilliant times too. So that's a real family. It doesn't necessarily have to be blood. You can choose your family, and Expanded Universe fans are my family, and I just love them. Absolutely love them.
And it sounds to me like it's pretty mutual. So yes, I echo Brendan there. It's very appreciated. And like I've been saying throughout this whole conversation, it is very apparent that a lot of fans out there do love what you're doing. I distinctly remember when we were handing out those prints that people were asking how you were doing a lot. So you're not just saying that. People actually really do care.
Yeah, they
a lot.
It's like I said, it's a family. It really is. And I'm very, very, very lucky. Not a lot of people get this tiny little job that turns into a career for so very long. I mean, it's very special to me. It's very special.
Hearing it from you means the world, Shannon.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why this community is worth doing things like LegendsCon too. And there's a lot of folk out there that even if they don't speak up online and all that kind of stuff, they're out there. It doesn't change the fact that they're not fans of everything that you've done, and what so many like you have done as well. There's people who care.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. They're wonderful people. And like I said before, very, very family oriented, great for the kids, great for the whole family together, or, just you alone. If you want to go hang out, you will make friends. It's
Definitely.
It's a very encompassing world. And I love that. Very inclusive world. Yeah. Yep.
Definitely the case. And you will make friends if you go to this convention too. It's almost inevitable because I mean everybody's in such high spirits and it's such a positive vibe, and it's
Right.
Meeting everybody for the first time in person, last year was just great experience all around.
It's amazing.
Some of the antics I'm sure you guys were getting up to while I was stuck behind a booth, man, or Kyle was stuck guiding people around to the convention.
Yeah.
Brennan, I heard about some of those things.
Yeah, I mean, we got to ask Michael Stackpole some crazy questions. It was a lot of fun. Just going
So
around.
much
We were
fun.
all the people I'd talked to online before going there. We just moved around like a troop, like a little unit. We wanted to do everything together, and so we wanted to see all the authors at the same time. Go to the signings at the same time. We got on a spreadsheet before we went to the event to, like you guys are saying, plan it, make sure we're at the right spot at the right time. Man, it was just a blast.
Yes, and oh man, Mike Stackpole, he is a hoot. He's so much fun, so talented, but just such a good guy.
Yeah,
Like,
and he was one of those who was just
brilliant.
wandering the floor and was talking with everybody.
Oh, I
Whoever
do that
stopped him
too.
asked. Yep.
Yeah, I can't sit still for 5 minutes, so I'm
Well, I
always
think we've
sticking my
already
nose
said it.
into something.
But if you need a chair at the booth, I think we'll have a chair open for you at our Twin
Oh,
Sons
thank
booth.
you. Yeah, I'll make my way over there.
Just one of your pit
Okay.
stops if you ever need to, get off your feet for a bit.
Absolutely. That'll be number 1 on my list. Yes.
And see how starstruck Dylan is.
Aw. We'll make sure we take good care of Dylan.
We'll have to get you one of those little director chairs too. Make sure you feel special.
That's awesome.
This all sounds like it's going to be such a good time next year. I'm really truly looking forward to meeting you again, Brian. Meeting you again, Brennan. Meeting you for the first time, Shannon. Even though we've been,
I know, I feel like we know each other already.
Yeah, we've been emailing for years now at this point. And it's a friendship that I value. And same with you, Brian. You were kind with me 10 years ago, and you listened. So, at a time when,
I think that's standard. Like you just got to listen to people and talk with people. It's not that hard to do. That's common courtesy.
Yes.
Yeah. But I feel that you're all you included, Brennan. I think that the way that you just are good role models for people in this community, and thank you for joining us this evening and talking about all of your love for this with us. And if anybody wants to give how they can be reached and contacted here as we close out, Brian, I'll let you go first, and then
sure.
Any closing statements for Twin Sons Foundation, or any programs that you're running right now, or not programs, but current drives that you're running and fundraisers, by all means.
No problem. So best places to check us out. We have a social media presence on most of the major platforms: X, Facebook, Instagram. So just look for Twin Sons Foundation. It should pop up with our standard white logo or our black logo, our planet logo, which is one of our favorites. We also have our own website, of course, www.twin-sons.net. It's where we actually host all of our fundraisers, and we do have one ongoing right now. With a pretty lofty goal, but basically every $500 we're raising, we're doing another donation event somewhere in the U.S. We have a lot of volunteers who are ready to move. We've done one this year already in Florida, which was a new location. I have Phoenix back up on the docket again when I realized it's been a few years since I've actually done one in Phoenix. And then I know Dylan has the Southern California area covered. We've got other locations all over, and apparently I have a volunteer now in Virginia. So,
and we've got a good 501st out here too.
Yeah, no, and we love teaming up with the 501st. We have them escort the books, so to speak, to the kids.
Yeah, they're a great group of guys out here in Virginia. Yeah, very good. Yep. Awesome. Want me to close out?
Sure, go for it.
So if you need to reach me before the con, I'm always at Shannon McRandle is Marjade on Facebook. I also do my personal account, which is Shannon Len, and Anybody is welcome to hit me up on either one of them, private message me, make a comment, send me something you'd like me to post. I'll do it. On Instagram, it's ShannonLynn333, and that's open as well. So you can just take a gander at what's going on or send me something you'd like to see or talk about. If you're not able to make it to the con, I'm sure that between Kyle and I, we can make sure that we find a place to ship your pictures and get them signed and get them back to you. And the reading, we're gonna have some good gifts to give to people who bring books in. So I will make sure I have a stack of my best.
You have to bring some extra milk crates to carry those around now.
You might need one. I'm gonna get you a big old box of stuff. Yeah, we're gonna get everybody reading. We're gonna get everybody under this little beautiful umbrella of the expanded universe. Get them going.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yes, I'm very excited, and I'm very humbled to be invited by you guys. I'm excited to be there. This is really like the first one of the year for me this coming year. So
Nice.
it's going to start the year out really well.
We're going to start you off on a high point.
Yeah. Yes. Then I'll have to come out to Arizona sometime.
Yeah. Well, let us know.
Yeah, anytime. Anytime. I haven't done anything in Arizona, so I think it would be great fun. Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Awesome.
Bren, you got any closing statements here?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I have a Discord server, Instagram, all the social medias. I'm down to talk Star Wars if anyone wants to talk Star Wars. I feel so blessed to be in a community that welcomed me into it. I was super young, 11, 12, reading books and meeting people online and talking about these books. And I'm going to be forever thankful for the people who embraced me, who talked to me, who cared what I had to say or think about these books, because it's people like that I'm in the fandom now and why I'm on a podcast right now with Mara Jade. So, it's super cool. It's an awesome community that gives back to each other. And, I'm just blessed to be here right now.
Oh, what a beautiful way to put it. Yeah, we're all very, very fortunate to be in this community.
Mm-hmm.
All
Definitely.
of us. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I fourth that, third that, however that was.
You were definitely last on that one, sir.
Well, again, thank you, Brennan. Thank you, Brian, for representing Twin Suns Foundation.
Sure.
Being here and everything that you've managed to accomplish in the past 10 years, all of it.
Well, we've had a good time doing it so far, and we're going to keep it going.
Yes.
And thank you, Shannon, our special guest MC for LegendsCon 2. Thank you for being on board today.
Of course. I had a blast. Thank you so much.
And to all the listeners, we will see you next year, March 15th and March 16th, 2025 at the University of Arlington at Texas's College Park Center. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye, Kyle. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.